Hi everyone. One of the texts actually brought up a really good point that the way we remember is that a mean gradient of 5 to 10 would be considered moderate mitral stenosis, and over 10 would be considered severe, which is what I remember from fellowship as well. But somewhere down the line, something changed, and I remember being told that now mitral stenosis with a mean gradient of above 5, so 5 to 10 would be now considered severe. So I was trying to remember where that came from. At the time, it made sense to me, so I just did a deep dive and looked at it. So apparently there is a difference between the definition of severe mitral stenosis based on what organization look at. This is the official document for valvular stenosis from the American Society of Echo, or ASC. So for mitral stenosis, valve area if mild is greater than 1.5, moderate is 1 to 1.5, and severe is less than 1. And the mean gradient, as you guys may remember, it is under 5 for mild, 5 to 10 for moderate, and over 10 for severe. So where I am remembering it is from the 2014 guidelines, which I actually looked at the 2020 guidelines for valvular stenosis from the ACC-AHA, which are actually different. They don't really give you mean gradients as a quantification. In fact, their criteria for mitral stenosis is predicated more on the pressure half-time and the mitral valve area. But there is this statement, this is I think where I got my impression of 5 to 10 being severe mitral stenosis is that where it says here. This usually corresponds to, this meaning a mitral valve area under 1.5, corresponds to a transmitral mean gradient of greater than 5 to 10 at a normal heart rate. So the mean pressure is high, however, the mean pressure is highly dependent on the transvalvular flow, and the diastolic filling period will vary greatly with heart rate. So again, they're saying here that severe MS is a mitral valve of less than 1.5 and considered to be a transmitral mean gradient of 5 to 10. Just from a logistical point of view and just from a practical point of view, I always find that a cutoff of 5 for severe mitral stenosis is actually too stringent. I believe that the 10 to 15 more corresponds to the symptoms and clinical suggestions of mitral stenosis. So the correct answer, I guess, is that it depends on what association you want to use. I think for our part, we should stick with the ASC and count 5 to 10 as moderate mitral stenosis and 10 as severe mitral stenosis, but using other criteria as well. And I want to show you guys the stages of mitral stenosis according to the ACC-AHA guideline. This is from 2014, and again, more or less the same thing. This hasn't really changed in 2020, which is that severe mitral stenosis, according to the ACC, is MVA under 1.5. So very severe would be MV under 1, which you remember for the ASC, severe is moderate is 1 to 1.5, and severe is less than 1. So there is quite a discrepancy here. And a diastolic pressure half-time of over 150 would be considered severe, and over 220 would be considered very severe. So there's a pretty big difference between the two societies. I hope that was helpful.